Four Pakistani soldiers killed in ambush along Afghan border. Four Pakistani soldiers were killed and 6 others were wounded along the Pakistan-Afghanistan border on Wednesday in ambush by militants from Afghanistan. Pakistan's military said as the soldiers were doing controversial from border fencing work. Reports Reuters, the soldiers were working on fencing along the border in Job district, an area of Pakistan's Balochistan province. The military said in a statement. Job sits across from Afghanistan's eastern Paktika province. Officials in Afghanistan did not immediately replying to Afghanistan did not immediately reply to a request for comment. Pakistan has said it is constructing a fence along with Afghanistan to secure the area, despite Kabul's protest that the barrier would divide families and friends along the Pashtun tribal belt straddling the colonial era Durant line drawn up by the British in 1893. Safe laws to Mohammedan Federation Cup runners of Safe Sporting Club conceded a shocking 1-2 goals defeat to Mohammedan Sporting Club Limited in a Bangladesh Premier League match at the Bangabandhu National Stadium on Wednesday. Mohammedan's Cameroonian forward Yasin Outeji and Malian forward Sulaiman Diabet scored on goal each, while forward MD Miraj Hossain netted for Safe. After the barren first half, Mohammedan took the lead in the 52 minute. Safe goalkeeper Papu Hossain rebounded a flick from Syed Rakib Khan even inside the box, but unmarked outing seized the chance and sent the ball into the net. Safe's Miraj leveled the margin 1-1 in the 69th minute after the local forward scored with a powerful right footer, while Nigerian forward John Okoli sent the ball to him just outside of the box. Mohammedan's Malian forward David scored the winner in the 84th minute as he sent the ball home with a right-footed grounder of a pass from midfielder Jafar Iqbal. With this defeat, Safe dropped to sixth place with 23 points from 14 matches, while Mohammedan climbed to fifth places with 25 points from 14 matches. Junior Mahmoud wants Domingo to continue his role. Former Bangladesh skipper Khalid Mahmoud insisted that it won't be wise to make head coach Russell Domingo a scapegoat for the failure of the national team. Mahmoud, the current Bangladesh Cricket Board director, was made the head of the delegation of the national cricket team during their recent Sri Lanka tour for the two-match test series. BCB had several reasons to make Mahmood the team leader for the series, and one of the major reasons behind this appointment was to see how Domingo performs inside the dressing room, considering BCB high-ups were not impressed with him due to his continuous failure to lead the side successfully. Mahmood had performed various roles in Bangladesh cricket over the years, but he returned to the national setup after a while, and this time his job was more complicated than the previous time. We should not make Russell a scapegoat. I saw him try. We should not make the coach fully responsible for any good and bad. He was also a coach of a big team. There was no blunder in his effort. Perhaps he was unlucky. It happens many times. It is too early to say anything now. I just worked with him in a series. He's trying, said Mahmood, adding that he only thinks that he needs to improve his communication skill. We need to explain to boys about our planning, and later we have to tell them constantly what needs to be done, and Domingo needs to understand it because he is not working in South Africa, rather in Bangladesh, where things work differently. I have tried to convey this message, and I have talked about it. It takes time. Okay, we need I tried to convey this message, and I have talked about it. It makes time to build a relationship, but I have tried to explain explain what I know about Bangladesh cricket, he added. Mahmood poured cold water on the speculation that Domingo tenure is expected to be cut short by BCB due to his performance, adding that it is not something they are thinking at the moment. I don't think there is any such discussion sacking Domingo. We have to understand that coaches are not solely responsible for failure or success, because eventually the cricketers have to play, said Mahmood. One thing we must understand is that no point in blaming the coach alone. Rather, we have to understand that implement a plan so that we can take the game forward, he said, adding that the practice session needs to be remodeled for the test squad. I am looking at the long format. We have to remodel our practice, other things, and have to figure out the coach's plan. Coaches work hard, and you cannot argue that they try hard. I think that the preparation of the test team is important. Our fast bowlers don't have it. The three ODIs are scheduled to be held at the Sher-e-Bangla National Stadium on May 23, 25 and 28 respectively, with all the matches being day-night affairs. Several members of Bangladesh preliminary squad took part in the practice session on Wednesday at the SBNS, and Soumya Sarkar insisted that he is looking forward to the home series against Sri Lanka, leaving their disappointing New Zealand hour behind. You see, any match is important for Bangladesh, so there is no point in thinking about what has happened in New Zealand, and it is better to think ahead. We need to learn from mistakes and work on them, he said. We are playing at home and expect to do well here. He said, adding that the presence of Shakib Al Hasan and Mustafizur Rahman in the series will bolster their strength. When Shakib Bhai plays, there are always two sides, so it is definitely being a big plus of the team, and we saw Mustafizur bowling very well in the IPL, so of course it would be a very good side for the team that they are both coming back together, and hopefully they will both do well in the series, he added.